Hello, dear friends. Freedom requires our constant effort to preserve it. According to Leo Lightworker, opinion piece, peaceful rebellion, flood of light, fluid transition, you are being refined, new era of abundance, controlled transformation, precious and unrepeatable days, rebirth of an enlightened world. Let's start. Remaining at peace is one of the greatest acts of rebellion in a world designed to capture your attention, your fear, and your emotional energy, according to Laura Aboli. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent or turning a blind eye to evil, injustice, or corruption. It means learning to observe without being consumed by it. The system thrives on reaction. It wants you to be angry, scared, exhausted, and emotionally involved in every crisis, every scandal, and every manufactured drama. The more energy you give it, the stronger its grip becomes. Awareness is necessary, and discernment is essential, but suffering every day over things you can't immediately change benefits neither you nor the world. These days of our lives are precious and unrepeatable. Protect your energy. Invest in your family, your health, your faith, your purpose, and the people you love. Pay attention to what nourishes your spirit and distance yourself from the forces that seek to drain it. The matrix of human misery only survives because so many people continually feed it. Step back, observe, see clearly, witness the madness, but don't participate in it, and above all, refuse to be its victim. Fluid transition. The gradual collapse of the old order and the final phase of the fire-tapped system are not accidental, but rather a strategic transition to the new paradigm of decentralized quantum technology and universal high income, according to Guardian Daniel. Indeed, a driving coalition within the intelligence apparatus is using a highly effective dual strategy to execute the transition to the new paradigm without resorting to barbarism. This operation is based on two complementary pillars: psychological moral mobilization through a decentralized mechanism and institutional legal security through the structural investigative work of uniform experts. The operation of the unspeakable letter, initiated in 2017, served as a mental lever for the transformation. Its main task was the emotional severing of the population from the elite's legacy. By targeting the structural crimes of the ruling class at a moral level, the operation successfully shattered the cognitive dissonance of the masses, and the old structure lost its moral legitimacy. The continuous and constant exchange of this symbolism on social media functioned as a precise tool for shifting the Overton window. Radical systemic truths were normalized in the media, while the leadership remained protected under the principle of plausible deniability. Plausible denial is the ability of high-ranking members of a hierarchy to deny knowledge of or responsibility for reprehensible actions committed by others, due to lack of evidence confirming their involvement. The Overton window illustrates the range of what can be publicly debated without appearing extreme. This model explains which ideas are seen as acceptable in a society at a given time, and how those ideas can become more mainstream over time. The synthesis of the unspeakable letter movement and legal clarity reveals a coordinated master mechanism. This generated the moral urgency required to demand the dismantling of inherited institutions. All of this forms the mental and legal buffers that ensure smooth and seamless transition to the new technological era of abundance. Refined. The fire you are going through is not a mistake according to Divine Soul's portal. Most people interpret difficulties as a sign that something has gone wrong, that they took the wrong path, made the wrong decision, or that life is cruel. They observe the pressure they are under and see only suffering. They observe the heat around them and see only destruction. The alchemists saw something different. In the alchemical tradition, gold is not born as gold. It is born as basic, raw, and refined matter, carrying the potential of what it could become, but not yet what it is. Fire is not the enemy of gold. Fire is the process by which gold transforms into itself. Without heat and pressure, the transformation doesn't occur. There is no other way. Consciousness is governed by the same law. A comfortable life, organized solely to avoid difficulties, doesn't generate depth. It produces a person who has never been tested enough to discover what they are truly made of. Trials, losses, periods of darkness and confusion are not punishments. They are the conditions under which the deepest self is forged. Every authentic mystical tradition has codified this truth. The dark night of the soul in Christian mysticism, the descent into the underworld in Greek mythology, and the stage of calcination in alchemy. They all describe the same process. Something must be consumed before something more real can emerge. They are not destroying you, they are refining you. Flood of light. The earth is being bathed in enormous waves of high-frequency light like never before, according to Archangel Gabriel. The Schumann resonance is just one indicator of this. You feel it in your body. Sudden fatigue, electric shocks, emotional surges, pressure in the head and heart, vivid dreams, and moments of clarity followed by a deep fog. That doesn't mean anything is wrong. This is the great flood of light. This incoming frequency is dissolving the shadows that have been stored in the collective field of human consciousness for thousands of years. Ancient traumas, fear programming, the consciousness of separation, and dense karmic imprints are coming to the surface so they can finally be seen, felt, and released. The goal is clear. Humanity is preparing to pass through the ascension window and reintegrate once again into the galactic family. The 144,000 are the stabilizers during this flood. We maintain the frequency so that the collective can be released without total chaos. Every time you choose presence over reaction, every time you return to your I am when the waves crash, you are helping the entire field to purify more quickly. This flood is not here to destroy you, but to liberate you. Trust what you feel. The light is returning, the shadows are leaving, and the ascension window is opening. And you are exactly where you need to be. Divine intervention. How can the forces of light be in control if the Earth is a disaster? Asks Kawamoto. Many people believe that wise and benevolent visitors from the stars would simply reveal themselves and prevent all the bad things from happening. It's not that simple. The first expectation of higher beings is that native species learn from their mistakes and choose not to be harmful to one another. This has been very difficult for human beings. Yes, we humans have been lied to, but it has never required occult knowledge to be morally good and have spiritual awareness. The Coalition of Wells protects Earth from external threats, manages our spiritual plans, volunteers to guide us, and has prepared our imminent ascension. They awaken and stop many natural disasters, health crises, and false flag attacks before they begin. They often intervene to stop evil, but it must serve a greater purpose for Earth and for the plans of our individual souls. The goal of this soul school is to allow free will to manifest. The soul is never harmed, and we have demonstrated this on many occasions. You are in control of your moral choices and your perception of what is happening around you. Trust that the forces of light are in control of the most important things that are beyond your reach. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.